So what makes a good manager versus a bad manager at work? How can you tell if this manager is going to support you and your career, or are they going to make your life miserable? So in this video, I'm going to cover the scientifically proven elements that make a good or bad boss. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to talk about a very common mistake that I see a lot of new managers make that actually end up upsetting their teams. So rather than just give my personal opinion of what makes a good versus a bad manager, I'm actually going to be talking about a study that Google did in 2010 about what makes an effective manager. Now, I'm going to have a link down to the results of Project Oxygen down below, but this study was actually done in 2010, so I wanted to give a little bit of additional context and update it for more recent times. The first sign of a really good manager is one that's a very good coach. This means that rather than trying to do everything themselves, they will find opportunities to coach their team and upskill their team so that they can do the projects and learn the skills themselves. So a bad manager will try to hoard all of the responsibilities and duties to do everything themselves, leaving no cool projects for you to do. Or what they'll do is they'll push all of their work onto their teams so that they can just kick back, relax, and end up doing nothing. The second sign of a good manager is that they don't micromanage you. Now, keep in mind, if you just joined their team, they may micromanage you in the beginning because they need to know if they can trust you, and you need to earn their trust and show them that you can really do your job and execute. But after you've been able to demonstrate that to your manager, they should start to back off. Third, they should create psychological safety for you within your team. This means you should feel comfortable taking a reasonable amount of risk within the duties of your job, or you feel very confident and comfortable that you won't be embarrassed or negatively judged by anyone on your team. Now, the fourth sign of a good manager, and I did modify this one a little bit from what the article says, and the fourth sign is that a good manager should be able to adapt their communication style to fit everybody on the team. This is because not everyone on your team has the same communication style and likes to be talked to in the same way. Some people prefer to get really direct feedback, and other people on the team may need a more consultative approach. And the fifth sign of a good manager is that they are subscribed to the CareerShakers YouTube channel because they get free career advice every single week. And a good manager will always support your career development, sometimes even above their own. In most companies and in most jobs, you'll be reporting to a manager or a boss who is one level above you. So a bad manager would value their career over yours, and they're going to do everything that they can to get promoted before you can get promoted, which unfortunately will lead them to holding you back. Now, I have seen this pattern far too many times, and it always leads to distrust and eventual turnover. Now, the sixth sign of a good versus a bad manager is earning the respect of the team. But Google defines this as having the technical skills or expertise needed to advise the team itself. I don't always think that's necessarily true. A good manager doesn't always need to have all of the technical skills and know how to do your job because they shouldn't be micromanaging you. Now, all of this is assuming that you aren't the only person on your team, because if there are other team members, that means you can always ask them for technical help. You don't only need to rely upon your manager. Your manager can actually earn the trust and respect of your team without just knowing technical skills. And lastly, your manager should be able to make tough decisions in order to keep projects and things moving forward. Keep in mind, your manager isn't always going to make the right or best decision 100% of the time. Sometimes there are things that are just out of their control, and not everyone on the team will agree with every single decision that a manager makes, and that's what makes these decisions so tough. But a good manager will explain how and why a decision was made and make sure that everyone on the team feels that their opinion was heard and valued. Now, a really common mistake that I see a lot of new managers make when assuming a managerial role is trying to change things too quickly when they first join. This is usually because managers are so excited to join the team and make a really big impact right away, and they always come with what they feel are really great and awesome ideas. A good manager will take their time to understand how and why everything is currently done the way that it is. You're going to want to make sure that you have all of the important context before making any drastic decisions or changes. Let me know if you found this video helpful by dropping a thumbs up down below and comment what other topics you think we should cover. Thank you all for watching the video. Really appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one.